Good morning, wherever you are. It's a beautiful day. Thanks for joining me today. Grabbing some water because we get a little thirsty. Today, take the time to change your mind, y'all. How we doing? Let's talk about self-love. What does self-love look like? Self-love looks like taking care, taking time, being patient and gentle with yourself, taking time to change your mind in a way of being present. Self-love has a lot of presence in it. Radical self-love takes courage. Radical self-love takes forgiveness. Forgiveness comes from your ability to forgive your situations, circumstances, the places that you've been, and the experiences that you've had that have brought you to where you are today. There are things in your life that have happened to you, but they do not make you who you are. There is evidence that things in your life are seemingly a little disjointed. They do not define you. The aspects of the 3D of the reality that you're living in of your life they do not define you. And it's when you take your power back from that is where you get into that self-love. Self-love is feeling grateful for where you are today. Self-love is feeling a deep sense of appreciation for exactly who you are today. Self-love is going back in time in your mind and nurturing your inner child, so that you can truly show up as the authentic version of yourself, not trying to be like anybody else, not doing what you saw somebody else doing, but magnetizing your own desire by just showing up for yourself. Show what is true to you. What do you want to create? What feels right for you? Self-love is loving all parts of yourself. And to love all parts of yourself, you have to look at all parts of yourself. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're not all diamonds on the outside. We gotta scrub away that coal a little bit. We think we need to hide or suppress aspects of ourselves because they are not worthy, or hide and put aspects of ourselves below, or judging ourselves in our way of being, when truly suppressing, ignoring, and not allowing your true self to show up in your world is, you're doing a disservice to yourself, and you're doing a disservice to humanity when you do not show up as yourself, the authentic version of you, the person that is so vibrant and amplified and magnified. And sometimes to get to that point, we have to look at those dark aspects of ourselves, look at that icky, sticky stuff under the stairs that we don't want to look at. We got to look at those heavier emotions, that stuff that kind of makes you cringe, or you have your own self-judgment about. We got to look at that. And when it's from there, once you look at that, you truly get to vibrate at a new frequency, a frequency that is higher than you ever thought was possible, because you're not leaving anybody behind. You're not dragging around dead weight. You're not carrying around baggage. You are showing up with all aspects of you. The parts of you that were hurt, the parts of you that were shamed, the parts of you that feel deep guilt and remorse, where it consumes you. This is the time to embrace all aspects of you. The darkness, the light, the shadow, the shade, the dark night of the soul, those insidious thoughts that feel all consuming. You get to call them back. You get to say, hey, I see you. Come here. Hey, I see you. Come here. And then you get to take responsibility for them. After all, they are a part of you. Taking responsibility for you. Taking responsibility for the you that you once were. Taking responsibility for the aspects of yourself that, or aspects of your personality that you might not love about yourself. But to become aware of them, take note of them, and notice how you are operating in the world, how you are showing up, how you are looking at life. What lens are you looking at life through? Are you looking at life through the lens of nothing's working out for me, this sucks, I am a victim again and again and again and again and again? That mentality is not going to get you where you want to be. You have to love yourself so fully. You have to love those ugly bits of you. You have to love that darkness. You got to love that icky, sticky of you. Because it's when you love that icky, sticky of you where you really, truly get to show up as the authentic version of you, just radical self-love, unapologetically yourself, because you are so deep in unconditional self-love. Deepen your self-love by we gotta not ignore that stuff anymore. I tend to find this habit, I find it when I look in my habits. I'm like, oh, I have a habit of doing this thing. And when I do this thing, what am I delaying, stalling, preventing myself from? What kind of coping mechanism is this? What am I coping from? What am I trying not to feel? What am I trying to negate? What am I ignoring right now? And when I see that, I go, okay, I see you trying to just push through something and not really looking at the actual problem. And I feel it in my body. I start to get like, I can feel it's like a frenetic energy. And I'm like, something doesn't feel right. It feels a little anxious, feels a little rushed. I feel a lot of pressure. That is when I know there is a dark side of myself that I need to look at. What is going on here? And I say, oh, hey, you moaning Myrtle in the corner. Yeah, you look like me. You're just a little, you're not as bright as I am. You're a little dark. And I go, hey, moaning Myrtle, get over here. Let's sit down, have a chat. Because otherwise, I see moaning Myrtle at every turn. I'm like, oh, why isn't this working? Oh, because moaning Myrtle's running the show. Oh, moaning Myrtle is ruining the show. If you don't know who Moaning Myrtle is, she's from Harry Potter. You can look her up. And she might have another name. You can name it. I think it's fun naming it, because then I know who I'm calling out. I'm like, oh, I see you, Moaning Myrtle. Moaning Myrtle is also responsible for migraines that I found in myself. It's different for everybody. Moaning Myrtle is also responsible for when I am complacent. Moaning Myrtle likes to be the victim. Moaning Myrtle likes to be, woe is me, and life is so hard. Life is tough. Oh my God, no, more bad news. No, oh no. Listen, y'all, that mentality is not serving you. We are here today to love yourself. Are you ready to love yourself? I'm ready to love myself. And then the more I love myself, and the more I get to love you and all the other people on this planet, our entire species, because I love this species. We are science and spirituality. We are the stars, the sun, the moon, the dirt, the fire, the air. We are made of all of it. We are just oozing in the elements of the earth. And so if you can draw your attention in, getting present with yourself and what is not working, where your coping mechanisms are, where you bow out, where you sabotage, where your habits are not at your highest good, you can totally transform your life by looking at the victim, looking at the bully, looking at the princess, looking at the prince, looking at the judge, looking at the villain. And when I look at all those aspects of me, because I am all of it, and it is all of me, I have aspects of my personality that do all of those things. And I'm just calling myself out on my BS. Because if I don't, somebody else is, or someone's going to get hurt. I don't want that for anybody. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to hurt anybody. Hurt people. We know that. If the deeper you absorb yourself in love, the deeper you just soak up all the goodness that this life has to offer with gratitude and bliss and appreciation and this like feel it in your bones, because it's that feeling that is going to change your outcome. Okay, with that in mind, the feeling is what's going to change the outcome. Put a pin in it. Let that be where we're going on this hypnosis journey today. Okay, taking your time to change your mind. Radical self-love, which correlates to last week's forgiveness. Okay, so wherever you are today, right now, if you're operating a motor vehicle, a bicycle, a car, a tractor, wherever you are, if you are doing one of those things, don't close your eyes. Just, you can listen, but don't let your mind be taken with it. But everybody else, if you have the opportunity, make sure you're not going to be undisturbed for a couple minutes. And just grounding into the area that you are now, the surface beneath you. You can be sitting, laying down, even standing, wherever you are. Just finding breath. You're calling in presence. And presence feels like fortitude. Presence feels like firm. Presence feels alive. Presence feels supported. Presence feels like a gift. Now, there is no past. There is no future. There is only this moment, right now. Who are you in this moment? You are no one. You are no thing. You have no role to play. You have no story to tell. You are nothing. You are space. You are the cosmos. You are infinite. There are no boundaries. You are limitless. You are boundless. Presence. And now, if you'd like to close your eyes, and it is safe to close your eyes, you can do so. Just allowing that breath to draw you deeper and deeper into a state of deep relaxation. Allowing this deep state of relaxation to consume you, where you begin to feel a tingling in your toes, and that tingling rises up through your feet, your ankles, your legs, like you're absorbing the energy of nature through your legs, your calves, your shins, your knees, supporting, loving, giving extra moisturizer to your knees. Feeling that essence rise up into your thighs, into your adductors, your hips, your inner thighs, feeling into the muscular structures of your body, coming up through your center into your core, supporting your hips and your sex organs, allowing this tingling sensation. It's effervescent. It's percolating up through the waist, through the ribs, into your organs, your intestines, your lungs, your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys, absorbing up and into your rib cage, around your diaphragm, moving up through your bones, creating space in between your intercostals, creating space in between each vertebrae as you find that you are lengthening and blooming, reaching for the cosmos through your vertebrae. Lengthening up through the shoulders, allowing the shoulders to release and let go. There is nothing to hold on to because you have no story. This body has no story. This body is a blank canvas. This body is no thing. You are not your body. This mind is not your mind. You do not identify with any of it. All you have is breath, presence, stillness, vastness, space. This space is blank slate where any story can be rewritten, revised, redesigned, remanifested, sculpted, molded, directed, commanded, and compelled. You are connected to the energy that surrounds you. You sense into the energy and the space that envelops you. As your eyes soften, your neck, your jaw relax, your ears relax. You feel the muscles and tendons around your eyes soften, allowing your jaw to soften. Keeping your lips closed, allow the tongue to drop to the roof of the mouth. And there's a space between your teeth, but your lips are sealed. Allowing that tingling sensation to rise up through your neck and your shoulders, all the way up into your ears, your cheeks, your jaw, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. All the way up to your forehead, to your pituitary gland, to your pineal gland, all the way, moisturizing, hydrating that brain with fluid, to every strand of hair on your head and on your body, standing on edge, anticipating, eager for your ability, your capacity to release and let go and drop and clear any thoughts, any imprints that are not serving your highest and greatest good. Any habits that are not serving you, any thought forms that are distracting and taking your attention away from what your heart truly speaks. Tapping into your heart. If you need to, you can bring a hand to your heart. Maybe you tap it just to let it know that you're here. And sometimes this can evoke a little emotion because your heart's been heavy for a while. I'm just asking your heart what it wants. Presence, peace of mind, more love, more appreciation, more compassion for yourself. Just allowing yourself floating in this space. Space all around you. Allowing this emptiness to consume you. Allowing the liminal space between you and your physical world to increase. Allowing the space between your thoughts to linger. Just allowing, receiving, opening. You are the master of your body and of your mind. You have the opportunity to create from this vastness, from this infinite space all around you. Choosing, declaring, decreeing, designing, directing, compelling, and commanding the exact way that you want to feel. And so invoking feeling now, in this state of presence, call in the feeling of joy. Call in the feeling of appreciation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for how far I've come. Thank you for bringing me to this many years old. Thank you for the roof over my head and the food in my palm to eat. Thank you for the water I get to drink. Thank you for friends, family, community, and allowing this gratitude, this feeling of deep, deep knowing that you are love, that you are taken care of, that you are no longer the victim. You never were. Your brilliant mind just makes you out to be one. But it is not true. It is not your truth. You are the God of your world. You are the highest power. You are the cosmos. You are the infinite. You are the one. the one true essence, that when you take the time to master your mind and direct your thoughts, you are able to deepen this sense of presence and well-being to serve you. The mind and the body are your master. You are the master of the mind and the body. They listen to you and your beliefs and your thought forms, and they go automatic into your belief system. And if there is a bug in the belief system of lack, scarcity, feeling less than, the victim mentality, the villain, the bug consumes you, and then you are taking action in that direction, that is not serving your greatest and highest good. So from this space of vastness, clearness, clarity, cleansing, cleaning, clearing, and redirecting your highest and truest self, you get to love every aspect of you and say, hey, you, I see you. We're going to the light. I'm here to support you, to love you, to guide you, to hold you, to satisfy your soul, because I know you are the one. I am the one. I am the one that deserves this radical self-love. I am the one that deserves unconditional love. I love you unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. No matter what you get done today, your productivity level, your accomplishments, I love you unconditionally. In my eyes, you can do no wrong. Every choice that you make is a right choice. We ask that you take desired and intentional action from your heart's desire in a broad, vast perspective, widening the lens of what's possible for you, knowing, understanding, and trusting that you are in fact limitless. That just because one area of your life looks a little sticky, has a little hiccup, isn't quite lining up the way you think it should be, does not define you. You release it, you let it go, you erase, drop it, clear it, let go of the baggage. And you love instead. And you love instead. Calling in bliss, calling in love, calling in abundance, calling in higher frequencies of joy. If you need to be reminded of a moment, the greatest moment of your life, and hold on to that exciting and elated feeling of all things working out for you, then hold that frequency and hold it. Lighting it up, illuminating it, vibrating it, amplifying it so that you are magnetic. You are magnetizing to the quantum field, the highest frequency that draws all that energy back into yourself for love, for support, for inner guidance, for trusting yourself, for loving yourself, for offering yourself compassion and forgiveness when it is needed. You are a child of the earth. You are wanted here. You are not bad. You are not wrong. Everything that you are doing is right. Do not be so hard on yourself. Soften. Allow. Just because one door closes doesn't mean it's the end. It means that the one door that opens is going to be the one to lead you down the perfect road. And you deserve that, and you are worthy of that, and you are enough for that. There is nothing you have to do. There is nothing you have to be. There is nothing you have to say. Just your mere presence is enough. You are a gift. And so feeling that excitement of being the gift, of when you get a gift for somebody and you're so excited to give it to them because you're like, this is the perfect gift for this person. I nailed this one. That confidence, that self-esteem, that love, that excitement. Like, oh, I did the right. This is good. This is really good. Amplify that. Raise that frequency, raising it higher and higher and higher, all the way up. Raising the roof, breaking through the glass ceiling, going up. The sky is the limit. The cosmos, infinite, is available to you. That is radical self-love. Loving yourself for all your little bumps and bruises, for all the little shapes you take, big and small, for the mistakes you make. You are so loved. You are so divine. Thank you for taking the time to change your mind. You are radical, and you are so lovable. Let's bring the palms together, rub them together. Inhaling, drawing it all the way up from the root chakra, all the way up to the top of the head. You're going to hold it at the center of your head. Seal it up. Hold it. Think about pumping fluid to the center of your head. Holding, you're pressing your palms together. Holding, lifting. Hold it. Squeezing. Reprogramming, reactivating, re-alchemizing to clear, calibrate to the newest, highest version of you. And exhale. Whew. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling energized, restored, renewed, reactivated, alive, feeling that blissitude, that joy, that sensation of you are sensational, that feeling of deep appreciation and value that you have to bring to this world. You are worthy. You show up for yourself. You are the power that be. You are the power. You just got to plug back into source every now and again. So thank you again for taking the time to change your mind. You're fabulous. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. I'll be back on Wednesday, 9 AM PST, for taking the time to change your mind. Radical self-love. Because you deserve all the love. Yes. You. Okay. Besos. Ending.